What would happen if you could hit backhand slice approach shots like that and you could attack the net at will? Would you win more matches? I say yes. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution, passionate about helping you get to the next level. And today we're going to talk about the slice backhand approach. And we're going to bring up some very valuable concepts that maybe you haven't heard before. And I first want to start with footwork. And what I just showed you in that demonstration is that when I hit that slice backhand, I hit it off of my outside leg. So often players are focusing on stepping in and using a karaoke footwork pattern. Hey, that's what I was taught growing up. That's what I was taught in college as well. And that's a great footwork pattern to use, especially when you're in the middle of the court. So the ball comes low in the middle, it's at you. Karaoke is beautiful. But what about when the ball pulls you a little bit wide and you're moving off the court? I see too many players coming up to that ball and they stab at it like this with their front foot. Are you guilty of this one? I know that a lot of players are because I see the videos come in, I see the match play footage, I watch matches in person. Players at all levels are still running over, stepping in with the front foot and off balance. This causes a lot of problems because when you run over and you step and you stab, then you're going to be off balance. Your upper body's going to tip over your lower body like this. So not only are you stepping in and you're losing your balance and you're stopping and lunging, if you don't stop, if you keep moving, your momentum carries you this direction, which is away from where you want to go if you're coming to the net. So I have a solution for you. Learn how to hit an approach shot off of your outside leg. If we all started playing tennis and our coaches taught us to play off of our outside leg more often, we would be a lot better off today than we are right now. Because so much of our tennis education is around stepping in. And listen, I think it's amazing to step in on as many balls as you can, but there are situational shots. There are shots in this part of the court where you must open up your stance and hit off your outside leg. Now that doesn't mean you're going to hit off your outside leg and reach and just stab at it. No, you're going to hit it off your outside leg, but as you swing, this front foot and the inside leg here is coming forward. I call it the back to front, or in this case, the run through. You're not really running, you're essentially walking through or jogging through this ball, but I call it a run through. This is very difficult for a lot of players to get. Why? Because you're so used to stepping in, stepping in, stepping in. So the way to solve this is to get some balls, toss the ball in front of you, force yourself to move off to the side and get this foot in front. And you can see I'm going really slow. I'm just getting that foot in front and then I'm just walking through. This is one of the secrets to beautiful movement on a tennis court, being able to move through. Martina Hingis at Saddlebrook, 16, 17, 18 years old, #1 in the world. #1 in the world, used to work on this type of footwork every day for 30 to 45 minutes before she even hit ground strokes. I used to watch her because I was on the tour. I was training at Saddlebrook, and this is where I started to learn this, and my eyes started opening to the idea that you could move this way. I was never taught this way. I was always taught to get set and to step in, things that we're still perpetuating today, 30, 40 years after I learned it. And so you have to be dynamic, you have to be adaptable, you have to learn how to move through the ball like that, like I'm showing you. Now, big benefit of going outside foot is that you can push back towards the net, right? You can push back towards the net and get in great position to knock off the volley instead of stepping and your momentum going this way. So you're able to almost circle around the ball. If you're enjoying this footwork lesson, you're going to love the Transition Footwork Secrets. This course is my flagship program to help you transition from the baseline to the net and learn how to attack your opponent so you can win more matches. And all you have to do is click the link below this video to get started. Now, we've talked a lot about footwork so far. I I have to talk about technique as well. So when you're hitting this shot, I focus a lot on the finish. So rather than getting into a lot of the other stuff first, I'm going to actually work backwards. I want you to be aware of your finish. I bet most of you are not finishing like this, where I get the inside of the ball and my racket strings are facing up and this way. My guess is that a lot of you are swinging and going straight out like this, or even going down like this. All right, so you'll notice I've started with the finish first. You just toss a ball and I'm just getting the inside. Look at that. So look at when I finish, the racket tip is below my hand. So I'm not chopping down where the racket tip is below my hand this way. And I'm not slicing out where my racket tip is above my hand. I'm basically going out and a little bit to the side like this, right? I'm coming across my body. I'm not swiping down like this. So I'm going out and across, and my hand finishes outside of my shoulder here. This is very important. If you get some video on your slice, I'm guessing you're not going to be doing this. So my hand is outside my shoulder. My wrist is firm. I'm not curling it. I see a lot of players curl at the end. That's what forces them to slice under the ball too much. So you want to keep that wrist firm. My wrist is firm and neutral. It's not like this. It's not like this. Okay. Racket tip is down. That's a huge thing to work on. So if you have the habit of chopping down or going out, what you could do, let's say you go out like this. You can just move it to here. Let's say you're doing that and the ball is floating. Then you just have to aim lower. You just have to aim lower. Hit a few in the net. Okay? But notice how every time I'm finishing in the same, roughly the same spot right here. And I start with the finish. If you get this part right, your contact, your backswing, it'll start to work itself out. Okay, obviously you have to have the right grip. You have to make sure your index finger is spread. Maybe you can shift the grip over a little more towards the forehand side, so it's called a soft continental or a weak continental. It's not an Eastern. It's not a true continental. Kind of shifted it over. It's a soft continental so I can get under the ball. But the key is when I go to hit this, I'm not carving under the ball. So I just set the racket angle because of the grip, and then when I make contact, I square the racket face up. See that? So I can even cock my wrist a little bit here. I don't have to, but I can cock it like this. But then when I make contact, I'm totally neutral. Getting in the weeds a little bit there with that, but I want you to really focus on the finish. Can you get this finish down? And if you're popping the ball up, then we'll make adjustments. It means you're probably carving underneath the ball. You just need to aim lower, hit a few slices in the net. Now, one other thing I want to focus on today is when you finish, when you hit this ball, a lot of coaches talk about separating the arms like this. I don't think that's great for you. Listen, if you're hitting great slice backhands and you're separating, then by all means do it. And Djokovic does it and other pros do it. I've seen Federer do it, of course. But I think you're better off for control purposes is when you're done, you just keep your offhand. It can go back a little bit behind you, but I don't think you should be really exaggerating the separation. I think that causes players to lose control. And I want ball control in the hand. So if you just focus on your dominant hand and you finish here and you look where my offhand is, I think you're going to be good to go. I think this is going to be beautiful for you if you get to right here. You don't need to get to here, all the way back like this. You don't need to squeeze the shoulder blades together. You just got to get the inside of the ball, okay? That's the secret, inside of the ball. You combine that with this footwork, and now you're going to have mastery. You're going to move towards mastery. You're going to get off the right foot as you move forward. You're going to get the correct finish with the swing, and away you go with your transition game. Complete clarity for you to get to the next level. I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. If you did, leave a comment, like us, tell us sweet nothings underneath the video here. But hey, we've got a free gift for you today. It's a free membership into Tennis Evolution. No credit card required. Click the link below this video or somewhere in this video to get access to 21 lessons that can help you on your serve, your forehand, your backhand, your mental game, your injury prevention, if you want to prevent injuries. I don't want to have injuries. You probably don't either. Your strategy, you name it. We're going to help you accelerate your results. That's what we want for you. Go ahead and click below or somewhere in this video. We'll see you at the next lesson. Thanks for your time today.